Go there. Right then, let's get back to the URC action, shall we? And Mike's former club, Cardiff, they had their final game of the season out in Italy against Benetton on Friday.
Really good delivery. Federico Ruzza, and look at this momentum, and straight away there's an advantage. They may not need it, they do not need it. Brilliantly executed. It's a little bit loose. Ellis Jenkins is in there. Matthew Screech also. Ball available for Braley. And now is there space potentially for Albornoz, and he's straight through here, and he'll have a counter in to that Cardiff line. Dimitri Arhip with the tackle, and it's still there, and it's taken on by Thomas Gaggio, and he gets his hands away to Lamaro, and then Callum Braley is in. And here come Cardiff now, and that's a try. Well, they've got themselves on the scoreboard. Now here come Benetton on the surge in midfield. Lots of options. That's a really good pass over the top. Petanielli, and away they go with Padovani. Back inside, beautifully done. And away goes Braley. That's a important tap tackle, but potential for numbers. Good hands again. Petanielli has the support on his outside of Canone, and still going, and the line beckons, and the line is reached. Williams lines up those big targets. Oh, Ben Thomas, nice little bit of disguise, and it will bring the try for Max Llewellyn. Ball at the feet of Halafihi, and there is that setup out the back. Dufanaga all the way over the top. Brilliant delivery, and it's an absolute canter in for Rhino Smith. Priestland, oh, it was right for a intercept, and in one hand, away goes Federico Ruzza. Now, does he have the wheels and the gas? Absolutely he does. Some weary legs, and all the energy and the gusto is being brought by Benetton, who are seeking out a 9th try. And certainly in the back of their minds, they'll be thinking they might get as far as double figures. Oh, that's beautiful. Here comes try number 9, and they're scoring now, penetrating from all angles. It's going to be a record night for the home team, and they're not finished yet by any manner of means, and they're falling off tackles, and Rhino Smith is in again.
We looked at the team tonight empty on physicality and empty mentally as well. We looked like a team that had nothing left really, and so hugely disappointing. Falling off tackles at will, making far too many errors. As I say, it just looked like a game too far for us.
Well, they've been heavily criticised, Cardiff, for that performance, and there's no beating about the bush, really. A terrible night for the capital.
Well, look, it's not just this performance. You've got to look at the whole season. Only 4 bonus points overall, 72 tries conceded, and they've scored less tries than the Ospreys, who we were worried about their attack earlier. So, you know, I've been here on ScrumV before doing this sort of analysis, and 10 tries against Leinster would be bad enough. But this is Benetton, with all due respect to them. It's pretty embarrassing. I've only got a couple of examples, and this is early on. You know, their defensive system, they're all looking in towards the ruck. Richard Hodges won't be coaching this. He'll be coaching to scan where the threats are. Pretty weak tackles, easily cleaned off the ball, and look where all their vision is now, just down. They've got to be looking up where the threat is. They've got a dog leg in defence. There's no desire to come up and get off the line and smash people, which is what you need every time from your team. They just sit down, and there's mismatches created. Rhys Priestland is late because he's come all the way from the other side. In an attempt to get there, he's gone right across the line, but it's a mismatch, 10 on Dacey, and he's through. This one, well, Jenkins puts a tackle in here. It's just like going through the motions, training session. They pile around the corner, just leave that space there, which is a nightmare where you've got scrum halves that are darting around. And then the tackling after is embarrassing. There's the tackle. Now watch this in slow motion. There's the tackle coming in. They fly around the corner, lackadaisy as if it's a training session. There's the gap that they're going to spot. Now look at these attempts. One, hip. Lewis Hughes goes too far. Carey. So, I mean, it's unacceptable. And, you know, I've worked on games, I've commentated on games, done analysis on games, and that's in the first half. That to me is unacceptable anywhere against any team.
Diane said there that it might be a game too far for them. Is that an excuse when you put on a jersey?
No, I don't think it's an excuse. I think obviously there was nothing to play for Cardiff, but you know, that was no excuse at all. I think, you know, we used to once upon a time see the Welsh regions putting 60 points on the Italians, so I know they're full of confidence, but no, it's not an excuse. I don't think.
Every time you put a jersey on, it's your job now. You know, it doesn't matter if there's nothing on it. Everything's on it. You're playing for a contract, you're playing for your teammates, your coaches, you're playing for your friends and family who are watching. It's your livelihood. So I mean, they just have to make tackles and carry hard and stop people scoring, and you know, and there's something wrong there. It's been a convoluted season with COVID, and we heard Di earlier. But, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to be in there fighting for every inch when you go on the field. And we didn't see that there.
Not the way to end the season, no doubt about it. Well, let's turn our attention to the Dragons then. Rod